Just shameful. That's the phrase blowing up across social media right now, and it's aimed directly at rapper Rick Ross after being spotted on a surprising Target run with his new girlfriend. But here's the twist that no one saw coming. Pastor Jamal Bryant has jumped into the conversation with a fiery response that's got everyone talking. Was this just a harmless outing, or is there something much deeper going on behind the scenes? Stick around because the backlash, the clapbacks, and the secrets being exposed are about to shock you. Welcome back to the channel where we break down the most controversial, trending, and downright scandalous stories that have everyone talking. Today, we're diving into the latest drama surrounding Rick Ross, his unexpected Target run with his new girlfriend, and the fiery reaction from Pastor Jamal Bryant that has stirred up a storm across social media. Now, on the surface, you might be thinking, what's the big deal about a celebrity shopping at Target? But here's where things get interesting. This wasn't just about Rick Ross casually picking up household items. The cameras, the timing, and the company he kept that day set off a firestorm of criticism. Social media users were quick to call it shameful. And what happened next pulled in a well-known pastor who never hesitates to speak his mind, Jamal Bryant. In this video, we're unpacking everything from what really went down at Target to why the backlash escalated so quickly to the deeper implications of Jamal Bryant's response. You won't believe how many layers there are to this story. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end because the connections, the controversies, and the fallout are bigger than anyone expected. Let's start with the moment that lit the internet on fire. Rick Ross, a hip-hop heavyweight known for his flashy lifestyle, luxury cars, and multi-million-dollar mansions, was suddenly spotted doing something no one expected, shopping at Target. Now, shopping at Target in itself isn't exactly newsworthy. Millions of people go there every day. But when Rick Ross, who constantly raps about Maybach music and flaunts a lifestyle of private jets and high-end brands, was seen pushing a red shopping cart alongside his new girlfriend, the public reaction was swift, harsh, and surprisingly divided. Eyewitnesses said Ross looked casual, even low-key, blending in with regular shoppers, while his girlfriend appeared comfortable by his side. But in today's world, where every move by a celebrity is scrutinized, it didn't take long for photos and short clips to hit social media. Almost immediately, the narrative began to spiral. Fans who admire Ross for his success called the moment refreshing and real, praising him for not being too big to do normal things. But the other side of the internet wasn't so kind. Critics quickly labeled the outing just shameful, pointing to the optics of a man who constantly portrays himself as larger than life, suddenly appearing ordinary. Some comments even questioned Ross' authenticity as an artist, claiming that this Target run exposed a contradiction between his rap persona and his real life. Others suggested that the controversy wasn't really about Target at all. It was about the company he was keeping. His new girlfriend, who was by his side during the shopping trip, instantly became part of the conversation, with people digging into her background, speculating on the nature of their relationship, and asking whether Ross's public image could take a hit because of it. And this is where the story really begins to take a turn. Because while the memes, the jokes, and the criticism kept pouring in, one voice rose above the chatter, a voice that made the controversy even louder. Pastor Jamal Bryant, known for his unapologetic commentary on celebrity culture and morality, decided to weigh in. His response didn't just fan the flames, it lit an entirely new fire. But here's the shocking part. They weren't just words of criticism. Jamal Bryant's fiery remarks hinted at something deeper, something personal that left fans questioning what the real story behind this shameful moment actually was. Now, if there's one thing we know about Pastor Jamal Bryant, it's that he doesn't hold back. Whether it's addressing politics, celebrity scandals, or issues within the church, Bryant has a reputation for speaking with passion, authority, and sometimes controversy. So, when Rick Ross's Target run began trending, it was only a matter of time before Bryant entered the conversation. During a recent sermon, Bryant addressed the story in a way that immediately grabbed headlines. Instead of brushing it off as just another celebrity sighting, he framed it as a symbol of something much bigger, what he called a disconnect between image and integrity. According to Bryant, when public figures build their careers on a certain persona, they carry a responsibility to live up to it. And in his eyes, Ross being caught doing something so mundane with his new girlfriend sent the wrong message. Bryant's exact words were fiery, saying, You cannot present yourself as a king in the music, living in castles and palaces, and then be caught in public moving like you're common. It's not about target. It's about testimony. That line alone set social media ablaze. Some applauded him for calling out what they saw as hypocrisy in celebrity culture, while others accused him of being judgmental and out of touch with reality. After all, what's wrong with a wealthy man shopping at Target if that's what he chooses to do? But it didn't stop there. Bryant went further, making pointed comments about Ross' new relationship. While he never mentioned the girlfriend by name, his words seemed laced with implications, suggesting that who Ross chooses to stand beside him in public says just as much about him as his music does. Be careful who you let push the cart with you, Bryant warned his congregation, because some partnerships will drag your witness down to the discount aisle. That statement sent shockwaves across multiple platforms. Was Bryant indirectly criticizing Ross' new girlfriend? Was he hinting at something about her background or reputation that the public didn't fully know? Fans and critics alike began to speculate, dissecting the sermon clip that quickly went viral. For Ross's supporters, it felt like an unnecessary personal attack. For Bryant's followers, it was a reminder of how easily public figures can fall from grace when their personal choices don't match the images they sell. What made this moment explode even further online was the timing. Rick Ross has been trying to keep his public image polished with ongoing music projects, business ventures, and even TV appearances. To have a prominent pastor, one who is no stranger to media attention himself, call him out so publicly added fuel to a fire that was already burning. And of course, the internet did what it always does. It took sides, turned the drama into memes, and made the story impossible to ignore. But here's where it gets even more complicated. Because Jamal Bryant's words weren't just taken as commentary on Ross, they raised questions about Bryant himself. After all, this isn't the first time the pastor has made headlines for stepping into celebrity drama. And in this case, some began asking, was this about holding Ross accountable, or was it about Bryant keeping himself in the spotlight? And trust me, the deeper we go, the more tangled this web becomes, because what happened next dragged Jamal Bryant's own past controversies back into the conversation. And suddenly, the spotlight wasn't just on Rick Ross anymore. As Jamal Bryant's sermon clip made its way across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, the reactions came in fast and furious. And what's fascinating about this moment is how divided the responses were. On one side, you had fans and critics who agreed with Bryant, praising him for saying what they've been thinking about celebrity culture all along. But on the other side, a much larger wave of people came to Rick Ross' defense, and they didn't hold back when it came to calling out Bryant himself. Let's start with the pro-Bryant camp. Supporters argued that celebrities like Rick Ross live off of an image that they've carefully crafted, an image that sells records, books, deals, and business ventures. They pointed